Hi everyone, I'm Nupur from Blue Circle Diabetes Foundation, and I've been living with type 1 diabetes for a long time. Today, we're going to do a quick review on the Tracky CGM. You guys have been asking us for it for a long time. I'm also going to link into the comment section links to the video that we made on how to apply the Tracky sensor, and also the blog that gives you a whole deep dive into what the Tracky is, how to apply it, and all of the details. And if you're like me and you don't do videos as much and you need something in the written form, the blog is for you. So anyway, this video is going to be a little bit of an overview about the Tracky CGM. And I think the first thing that comes to mind, and that people have been observing in the community as well, is the price point. I think what's going for the Tracky is the excellent price point at which it's being sold. It's one of the most inexpensive sensors, well, relatively inexpensive compared to the others in the market. So that automatically, I think, gives it a fabulous edge. Having said that, I think those of us that are in India and have experienced the price surges that have happened over the years, as early as even this year, January or February, when we began to pay a lot more for CGMs than we were paying before. I think I think we have a long way to go, and the price is something that really needs to be looked at and worked on. But I digress. Coming back to the Tracky CGM, I think what's going for it is the price. But we're going to do a little bit of a deep dive now to understand the accessibility and the features and what's working and what's not working and so on. So the Tracky is available on their website. You will see the website linked into our blog. And if you use a community discount, you get about 5% off. So that's an additional, few rupees that you get off. So that's about the accessibility and the price. Now, coming to the features, the Tracky has two components, as you will see the photographs in the blog and the other video that I've shared earlier. It's got a transmitter and it's got a sensor. The transmitter is reusable. You need to charge it and you can use it again. And the sensor, of course, is a one-time thing and it works for 14 days. So there are a bunch of CGMs now. Some work for 14, some work for 15, but this one works for 14 days. It is Bluetooth enabled, and a lot of you have been asking us, do I need an NFC phone? Because I used to have to need an NFC phone before, um, you know, for my flash monitor, and you do not need an NFC phone. You just need any odd phone that has Bluetooth. So an Android phone will do, an iOS phone will do. Um, so that's that. It also captures a reading for you every 3 minutes. So that's about 500 readings a day, 480 to be precise. Somebody was recently asking me, do you use the CGM all the time? Do you use it continuously? Do you take a break, or do you, like, maybe not use the CGM and use a glucometer? And I think, I was telling them that using a glucometer, you could test 5 times a day, you could test 10, you could test 15. I've very for several years I've used my glucometer to test 8 to 10 or 15 times a day, and that's, it's tough, but it's doable. But that's no match for a CGM that gives you 500 readings a day. So CGMs have their place in the whole scheme of diabetes care, and they are important and they're here to stay. So coming back to the features of the Tracky, it's water and dust resistant, which means you can swim with it, you can bathe with it, you can exercise, you can, I don't know, go to the gym, you can take a flight. These are all common questions that we've been asked over the years about CGM. So you can do all of those things with your CGM. Keep in mind, if the CGM peels off, if it comes off, any CGM, you cannot fix it again. So you have to make sure it stays fastened to your body. Some people use additional tape, some don't. That's really up to you. Accuracy wise, the MARD is 9.07, which is not so bad at all. And I found the Tracky CGM to be fairly on point. For a large part of the time, it is aligned with my glucometer, and I think, I think that's a pretty good overall experience that I've had with the accuracy as well. Now I'm going to talk a little bit about the Tracky app. You'll find their app on the App Store as well as the Play Store on Google Play Store. Um, with the app, it's got the usual bells and whistles. You've got your, the ability to log your food, exercise. It also puts in the ability to log GLP and oral medication, which is cool for people that use those medications. It gives you also reports, the AGP report, and so on. There are two things that I think need to be highlighted, and that may not work as well as all of the others. One is that this app offers no calibration. And we all know, those of us who've used CGMs long enough, I mean, we've seen the evolution of CGMs really, they've been around for 10 or 12 years at least in India, and before that were the glucometers, and before that, well, you know how this goes. But we've seen CGMs around, and we know that it's very important for CGM to have the ability to calibrate. If it doesn't, you are going to face some difficulty in the time that you have your glucometer and your CGM widely different. In which case you might need to highlight this to the company, look for a replacement, etc. So that, I think, is one drawback, not having the ability to calibrate. And the second drawback that I've found is that the app sometimes will not automatically sync. And what I mean with that is, for example, any CGM you use, you don't need to, flash it and scan your sensor like you do with an FGM or a flash glucose monitor. You don't need to do that on a CGM. It automatically, shows you your readings on your device or on your smartphone. And sometimes with the Tracky app, you will notice that it does not sync automatically, which really, I think, kind of defeats the purpose of having a CGM in a way. So that's something that I've noticed. Please tell me if you've had the same experience. Folks that are on Android, iOS, have your experiences been different? Please share your thoughts and your feedback in the comment section, and also on our Facebook group, that's Diabetes Support Network India. So that's about the app, the pros, the cons, the CGM, the pricing, and everything. Another cool thing that I want to highlight is the integration of this CGM and this system with the Blue Circle Diabetes app. And you guys know, right? The Blue Circle Diabetes app has been made by people living with diabetes and for people living with diabetes. So it's not just something prescriptive and, hey, here's the app, use it. It's feedback from people like you that have been using it over the years. We've got countless emails. We actually have a section built into the Blue Circle Diabetes app, which allows you to record your feedback. And that is something we take very seriously, because this app is for the people, and everything that you say and that you feel is extremely important. And so a lot of you told us that I wish, some of the CGMs that are coming out in the market now could sync with the Blue Circle app, because I've been using the Blue Circle app for long, and I have my estimated A1C there, and I have my followers there, and I have all of that going on, and I don't want to disrupt that whole experience. Well, guess what? The Blue Circle Diabetes app is interoperable with all major CGMs in the Indian landscape, which I think is, if I may say so myself, a fantastic thing. I don't know too many apps at all actually that are interoperable with all major CGMs in that country or in that location. So what you need to do is, when you set up your Tracky, all of the instructions on how to set up the Tracky CGM and how to sync it with Blue Circle are all in the blog. So I'm going to request you to check out the blog. It's very simple. You head to the correct section, and then you just follow the instructions that you see on the screen on the Blue Circle Diabetes app, and that's how you can sync your Tracky with Blue Circle. You can have your followers see your blood sugar readings in real time, your family and loved ones. You can have your reports generated through the Blue Circle app as well. You can see your estimated A1C. You can see your meal reports. which are all AI generated. There's a lot of stuff. You guys probably know this better than me. So there's all of that, and that is now accessible with the Tracky CGM. So yay for that. And where you can use this CGM, I mean, what part of your body can you wear it on? You can wear it on your arm, which is, I think, most common. You can also wear it on your abdomen. And I think the company has a clear policy on replacements. If you have a faulty sensor, up to 12 days, you can get in touch with the company. You'll find all of the details again on how to get in touch with the company in the blog. So really, the blog is your one stop for everything that you need: the phone number, the email ID, everything that you need to get in touch for a replacement is in the blog, in the FAQ section. The transmitter, I believe, has a 2-year warranty period, so that is something also to keep in mind. I think I may have covered pretty much everything I wanted to. And if you think I've missed anything, please ask, please share in the comments, let me know, and also share your experience on our Facebook group, that is Diabetes Support Network India. Again, a quick reminder that you will find the blog and the video linked in this video right here. So please check out the video on how to apply the sensor, because that's also a whole process. And also check out the blog for a very detailed review and all of the information. Share this with your friends, family, whoever wants to use a CGM, consider a CGM. And we shall continue to advocate for CGMs that are affordable, accessible, and CGMs and tools and support that people with diabetes in our country and across the world should be able to use and deserve to use. Thank you very much, and see you later. And let me know if you have any suggestions for any other diabetes tech that you want us to cover. Bye.